Well, students, welcome to the today's topic in the subject CRM, that is Salesforce automation. So what exactly Salesforce automation means? How does it helps and what are the ways? So Salesforce automation is nothing but the manual sale function, sub-function is done in a techno perspective. The sale function or the sales sub-function of the marketing is undertaken by a technology, or automating the process, manual process of sales sub-function is called a Salesforce automation. So as already we know, CRM involves managing all aspects of customers' relationship with organization to increase customer loyalty and retention and an organization's profitability. So now how does it works? So it's nothing but a sales process wherein a system automatically tracks all the steps in the sales process. So Salesforce automation is nothing but a system that automatically tracks steps in the sales process. Now Salesforce automations were originally meant to improve Salesforce productivity and encourage salespeople to document and communicate their field activities. Now they are becoming increasingly focused on cultivating customer relationship and improving customer satisfaction. The objective of Salesforce automation was to cultivate customer relationship and thereby improving the customer satisfaction. Now what exactly is the role of Salesforce automation? So the focus is on cultivating customer relationship in Salesforce automation process, which is nothing but a technical process, a gadget-based process. Improving customer satisfaction, the focus is on that. Changing hiring practices and job role descriptions to include use of CRM. Synchronize information with the corporate client and server database. So these are the role of Salesforce automation. Now how does it helps the Salesforce automation? Salesforce automation helps in sales process, that what we will be covering in the later part of the lecture. Activity management. It reduces cost of sales, fewer errors, less duplication. It helps in the sales process, activity management, reduced cost of sales. That is, but how? So whenever we are doing manually and when we do in a technologically version the same activities, there will be less of errors and there will be less of a duplication, which is possible in the technological version, but to a greater extent not possible in a manual version of doing the same activity of a sales. When we record that, when we do that, as because when we say we are placing, for example, if I take an example of placing an order, so it gives a pop-up, a hint to remind me every now and then that what you have asked initially, are you firm or remain with the same quantity or same product. So that reminder is possible only in the technological version which is undertaken in Salesforce automation. Then it's a territory management, contact management, lead management, knowledge management. As far as tools are concerned, Salesforce automation tools, what are those? So those are account management tool, opportunity management tool, contact management tool, activity management tool, revenue forecasting, reporting and analysis, field force automation. So if you go through this, if I say I have spoken of the tools, what exactly or where does it click? In precise, in a technological language, I mean It's a modular development of each and every activity. Or in other ways, if I compare it with a book, so there will be one page which will show the activity of accounts, that is called as account management. But if you want to say how the same page you define in a technological version, that is a CRM tool, we'll say we have developed a module for accounts management. So all the activities per se of the accounting department, or may say from marketing perspective, we would say a key account, that is recording a customer data, customer information, would be found in account management module of the said application, CRM application. Thereby, by tool I mean to say all the activities which integrates the departments, all the functions involved in the marketing are recorded while developing a modular following a modular approach of developing a CRM technology or a CRM application. Hope the concept is clear as far as the tools part is concerned. So the page of account management that we see in a book, handbook, is similar to a module in a technological version or a CRM application. That's what I exactly mean by that. So thereby, I was speaking of the tools. So sales process activity management includes a sequence of sales activities, guides sales representatives through each discrete steps in sales process. What are actually these activities? So sales process or activity management module will include all the sequence of sales activities, starting from ordering, placing an order, or types of a product, a price of every product, what would be the benefits, discounts, promotion schemes, any applicable to all the, I would say, products. So this would be found in the modular page of sales process activity management, which guides sales representatives through discrete step in sales process, which is again a subpart of a sales process. It offers calendars to assist in planning of key customer events like proposal presentations, product demonstrations, alarm reminders, signal important tasks, which signal important tasks as a signal for an important task, reminding in the form of alarms, which are availed or offered by a CRM application or a technology wide ringing sound alarm or a pop-up, various reminders in the form of pop-ups, generate documents as they are needed. So whatever text that is being typed, it may be converted into PDF format or into a document format, having a standard element, fixed standard element of a letter involved in it, make decision based on the user's input, generate a mailing suggestions. Then comes sales and territory management. As earlier spoken, those are the tools or the module that enable sales managers and executives on demand access to sales activities before, during, and after the order. So this will help the sales managers wheresoever across the region or a geography or in any of the remotest place. If they carry their laptops, they have an access what is happening to their north, their south, their west and their east pertaining to the marketing function or a sales function. They can track the record, they can track the leads, they can track their employees, their reportees, their subordinates, their activities from the remote place due to the development of CRM application. This enables managers to set up sales teams and link individual accounts, regions and industries. which also allows tracing of territory assignments and monitor pipelines and leads for individual territories, which is a self-explanatory by itself. It also allows optimization of individual teams. Next comes the contact management. In precise, how do we communicate with the customer, which deals with organizing and managing data across and within a company's client and prospect organizations. Then comes the lead management, which is also known as opportunity management and pipeline management, which tracks account history of the customers, monitor the leads, generate next steps, and refine selling efforts online. So it's again a modular approach. We will develop a page or a module in a web or in a web-enabled environment to generate or consisting of all these activities in a flow. We will refine the selling efforts online wherever the CRM applications is developed, which will state the audit trail of all the activities. It allows sales management to automatically distribute client leads to a field or telemarketing representative based on the representative's product knowledge or territory. Thereby, the function, once all the activities are recorded, the customer information is recorded, the lead is generated or needs to be generated, whosoever, wherever the marketing representative is, a rule which is divided in a backend in a CRM application will automatically assign the said lead to the said marketing representative of that region or a location, depending on the activity of the said customer, whether the customer is requiring certain assistance to know the information of the product, or whether the customer had ordered the product and there is a query pertaining to certain product delivery. Then comes the configuration support, which automatically means or wherein there is an factoring the complex customer attributes and requirements to build a solution from scratch. Here, who uses this configuration support? So this is a module that is developed in an application. When we say a technological environment, a page will state what configuration. It is nothing but in precise in a layman language or in general language that what we speak, the specifications of the product, that what it means, the configuration. Specifications of a product means the ingredient, in precise the layman language that what I am going for. So like for example, where it is applied. It is applied in a computer technology vendors, by appliance manufacturers, telephone companies. Take an example of computer technology vendors. They have developed a Salesforce automation application, wherein if a customer is placing an order, the configuration module of a CRM application will state how much RAM they want, random access memory, by RAM I mean, what would be the processor type, whether P3, whether P4, whether P2, based on the speed. So this I mean a configuration details, or specifications of the product, wherein a customer place an order as per their own requirement, their own need and wants, and close the order placing over there, which automatically, once these details are fed in an application, gets routed to the delivery man or to the certain marketing representative or certain authorized person to take the next step for the delivering the order placed by an customer. Then comes the knowledge management, which is geared to Salesforce automation, which includes functions specific to accessing and conversing on a range of corporate documentation to supplement sales efforts and provide fast data during heat of a sale. So ultimately, it's nothing but a data production, a reporting module which will be present in a CRM application. Thereby, a data can be produced and collated by each and very specific to the location based on certain criteria, maybe location, maybe age, maybe gender, maybe price, and each and every customer or every, I would say, which is again authorized and have an access rights to the internal customer, that is an employee of the company, so that they can see what sales is pending, sales activities needs to be undertaken in certain region. Then comes linking the Salesforce automation through mobile. So from client server or client or server to the web. So sales functionality or Salesforce automation functionality rests on a headquarters web server running CRM software. So it is a server to which every network or every location is connected in the remote places, with certain IPs, certain IDs or identification tools to the respective employees meant to access the data. This eliminates the traditional support cost of managing communication, definitely. Resource expenses are less than those needed to support the old client server mode here. It simplifies access by allowing a company to outsource remote access to ISP. Laptop configuration and support costs are reduced over here. Staff manages and protect critical customer data in a central location at headquarters. I mean to say, it is protected, it is access oriented, the authority is very foolproof. Only those who have an access for any particular module will be able to access that module or that functionality. That is a security concern, or security concern is addressed precisely by that what I mean. Risk of deleted files, smashed laptops or lost sales representative by developing such application are dramatically reduced, as because everything has to do with the server. All the recording is being done on the server. Every activity is being done and stored in the backup, which is run in a batch, end of the day or in a certain periodically or a certain period of time, which helps to maintain a backup on the server. Thereby there is no loss even in such type of contingencies, like if the files are lost, if the laptops are smashed, or sales representatives are lost. Now we use the Salesforce automation wherein it is nothing but we are using a handheld devices for such activity. According to Aberdeen Group, 74 million people had access to the web via wireless technology in the year 2004. So those were cell phones, the devices those were used, PDAs, web phones, two-way pagers, tablet PCs, etc. And what exactly would be the benefit if we develop a CRM application in the mobile device, for a mobile device rather, I would say. So it requires much less time than traditional fax or email. So the speed with which mobile functions compared to the fax or the email is faster, is high. Field staff have access to information and can update, making companies smarter about their customers. So all the activities to the minutest level can be recorded if mobile, which is handheld device, can be carried to the remotest place very easily without any pain, very conveniently. So which will help the company to track all the activities of the sales representative and about the customers very closely. That's called as a closed loop management or close observation of the customers. Real-time alert about vital customer events can be again undertaken. Just-in-time personalized messages, wide mobile device if we use wide CRM application, and provides field staff with access to vast amounts of information on the mobile. Now, New wireless protocols such as WAP, Bluetooth, new standard for short-range wireless communications are the methodologies or the ways wherein or how the mechanism, rather in precise I would say, how through a mobile device a CRM application can be operated, that is a Bluetooth technology or a wireless application technology, it can be undertaken. Then comes a field force automation, which is nothing but part customer service and part sales force automation, also known as field service management. Field technicians receive dispatch orders via their PDS, pagers and cell phones here, making use of these same devices during the actual repair. So in precise, I would like to give an example of a courier service. If you want to track a courier man, where that courier person is, or the delivery boy is, or any of the, I would say, a delivery person, maybe from the pizza center or maybe from the courier center. There is a device technology application developed which will have a GPS involved in that, inserted in that, which will help the headquarters to track where that exact person is and whether any particular courier, if the delivery boy is from the courier services, has been delivered or not, because it will be again in an online mode. The signature, the receiving signature by a recipient would be signed electronically. That data would be updated instantly and the server would be updated in a fastest duration in a short time span, that is in an instant mode. The service boy delivers the courier, the recipient receives his consignment, signs or he acknowledges the receipt of consignment electronically, his record gets updated or CRM application gets updated, and thereby whole CRM application indicates the status of the said courier consignment of said particular customer. And that's the use when we say a field force automation. Now here, understand how SFA will help and enlist salesperson stakeholdership at the beginning, initial requirements gathering, rollout tool, communicate the value to the sales force up front, invest in and enforce training. In precise, as far as the checklist part is concerned, we have undertaken till now what were the uses, how it would be helped, to whom it would be helping. Once a Salesforce automation tool or a module is developed in a marketing function, who would be the stakeholders who would be helped, like a field force. Now, what would be the checklist that should be there in place when we say or to make SFA or a Salesforce automation tool a success? We should be aware, or any company or any implementer should be beware of inherent sales processes packaged into SFA tools. Customize your sales process. So every processes should be, or the company should be beware of all the sales processes. There will be clashes between for the products. For example, if a company produces 5 products, different types of products, 2 products can be delivered online, but maybe certain times all the 5 products are offered online, which would be again an error. So they have to be aware of those things, intricacies, details, that there are certain products which can be offered online, there are certain products which can't be offered online. They need to understand the infrastructure necessary to support wireless technologies, whosoever wants to implement or develop the CRM application. Let the Salesforce automation use affect sales compensations. Again, the rules or the commission part or the payment part needs to be addressed automatically as and when the activity, sales or order placement or activity is realized. They need to keep a tab on changing hiring practices and job role descriptions to use of CRM, as because the way the sales executive is selling manually, and when the CRM application is in place, if it is selling wide Salesforce automation tool, the process will definitely change. So that changing hiring practices needs to be reflected into the process, IT process or developing process, and accordingly the job in the JD, job description in the HR should reflect all these changed hiring practices and a job role. Now coming for the example, as far as our Salesforce automation tool is concerned. So we have taken the example of one Fortune 500 client which is into footwear and apparel company in US, which has 6 different versions of custom developed Salesforce automation packages for each of its subsidiaries. So by subsidiary I mean footwear is one subsidiary, apparel is one subsidiary. So they have a different Salesforce automation tool for all each of its subsidiaries. These packages provide facilities. So package means a Salesforce tool that what is offered. What does the Salesforce tool offers? So that offering is a order entry, order status, inventory lookup and ad hoc sales reporting. So all these features of sales function of the marketing function are tracked and recorded in a Salesforce automation tool subsequently. Now proposal to have a single web-based application covering all different functionalities in a configurable manner with role-based access capabilities, multilingual, multi-currency, automatic software upgrades and data synchronization through extranet. So now the objective here is, in precise I would say what we would understand is integrating all the 6 subsidiaries. Now these products, when we say we are developing an online CRM application, now when we say our reach or our access or our penetration is global, having local in it, then the languages would be the basic functionality that needs to be developed again in the CRM application. So that language aspect should be addressed while developing the CRM application. By this statement I mean whatever module that you are developing, like ordering process. So if I develop the ordering module, in all the languages that ordering module should be there, including the English, because it will be a country specific. Then comes what exactly was the project about. So Salesforce automation product is a full-fledged web-based application which the user can configure it and run it from laptop remotely and use it to book orders, get order status, get inventory status and run various reports. So in precise it's nothing rather different, but the way how the sales function is being or sub-function of the marketing function is being carried out or executed. So when I say I have a CRM application in place, what does it mean? Earlier I was doing it manually. When I have a CRM application in place, I can go to the remotest place, remote areas anywhere across the world and have access to that CRM application provided I do have an access authority. And accordingly, as per the requirement, use that application. That is for whether to order the product or to know the status of order if the customer in the field asks for or raises a query that it has not following any certain turnaround time. The product caters to multilingual needs, that what we have earlier spoken, and enables the user to periodically upload the order data from the laptop to the web server located centrally, from where the data will be uploaded to SAP system. So SAP is nothing but a ERP tool wherein a software wherein all the workflow or the process activities are recorded in a workflow pattern. That is what we, in precise I mean, audit trail of the activities. If the sales activity is in the order state, then the audit trail will say the order is just now booked by a customer. If the sales process is closed, that is from booking the order to the delivery of the order, all the activities from booking the order to the delivery of the order to the customer are recorded and tracked, can be tracked from the audit trail in a SAP system. So this is exactly how it works. The product will enable the user to download reliable information like the master data and order status information along with inventory availability to his laptop from SAP system. So ultimately, it consists of a server, a laptop connected in a remote place to the server with certain access authority. A salesperson can track the activity of the booked order or what are the activity that needs to be undertaken where that salesperson is at present currently residing. Whether if the order or any query has been raised or a lead is being generated, salesperson will download that report from the SAP system, will know that it belongs to my location or locality. He will address that query. He will update that into the SAP system that he is the person to whom the activity has been assigned automatically and he is in the field or in the process to close the lead or act on the lead as and how the rules are developed. Several administration utilities are provided at the online server to facilitate data upload and download, configuration of the application and creation and maintenance of security related aspects. Again, the self-explanatory, when we say a SAP application having to do with the CRM sub-function of the marketing function, wherein the application will avail the facility to download the data, upload the data, update the status of the lead generation or of the order status or of the product inquiry, what are the actions being taken from the remotest place of any location across the world. So that was an architecture rather. Now coming to project functional details. Offline functions, what would be the offline functions of the laptop, the person, the sales resource who is accessing the CRM application, SAP system from the remote place. So he will have an access to the account lookup, which enables the sales representative to give the customer information including ship to and bill to details. So that's what we have earlier spoken. All the activities being recorded wide audit trail, which will be referred or which will be recorded or which will be reflecting in the status or audit trail activity. Then there will be an order entry, order edit as far as the offline function is concerned, which enables the sales representative to book orders and modify the existing orders, the product data along with the inventory status, wherein all the data or the information pertaining to the inventory of the particular product can be known at the remote place to the said particular sales representative or a sales resource of any particular company. It will help the order bill, which rather enables the user to build the EDI file from the order information. This EDI file will be later uploaded to SAP system, again updating the order status. It will keep a tab. Again, these functions are offline. To be very clear, offline function I mean to say, my internet is not on. It's very simple as it is. I am doing activity offline. I am recording all the tasks that I have done in an Excel sheet or whatever the particular functionality or an application requires, because there are certain applications which have an facility to upload an MS Word, which have an facility to upload an MS Excel format. So again, a format is a factor that what we have come in. So in a set format, in the requisitive format, because application will definitely have a standard format across the globe. So the order confirmation status would be one among the offline function. The user can view the status of the order as obtained from the SAP system. Data refresh, it enables the user to upload the order data from the laptop to SAP system and download the inventory and order status data from SAP system to the laptop. Order status and inventory reports can be generated. Ad hoc sales reporting can be undertaken by the CRM application. That functionality or that module can be developed or is updated offline. Now coming to the online function, that has to do with the application server, wherein internet is on. By online, I mean to say that. So what are the activities that is being undertaken in this CRM application online? We maintain the users, that is, allow the admin to create, modify, view and delete user information. Maintains the sales organization, allows the admin to create, modify, view and delete sales organization information. Maintain configuration by sales organization and order horizon. Allows the admin to configure the layout and behavior of data entry screen based on the functionalities specific to each of the sales organization and order horizon for each of the sales organization. Net change download process and full refresh download process is being enabled to create a backup, which is again a background process. So background process run to create files containing incremental data changes to be downloaded to laptop. Background processes run to create files containing complete data backups to be downloaded to the laptop in full-fledged download process. So this would be an online activity, that is full refresh download process. If you want to rectify something, you will download all the data, you will update that data and you will upload the same data or modified data, or you do certain other modified activity in that particular data, and you will upload it by refresh module or refresh functionality, refresh facility available in the CRM application. That's what does exactly this statement or online facility avails. And then the other part would be the administration utilities. What is tracking? So now development environment. By development environment means the technical aspects. What does the development environment build? I would say, when we say the environment in which I am speaking, it is the environment, is it a natural environment among the human beings, where human beings or living organisms can stay and speak. That is, I am communicating. In the same way, there is an environment in the application too. That is information technology or environment in the software too. So that is a technology environment, or which environment it is developed. So in that precise, it has to do with the language of the software or the platform on which the software is developed. That is the language on which software is developed to communicate. So it includes developed application by using J2EE with JSPs and servlets and MVC architecture, Tomcat 4.1 web server on laptop, IIS web server for online utilities, MySQL 4.0 database on laptop, SQL Server 2000 used as background database. Total duration 6 months for developing the environment. That is, we are integrating, we are interconnecting we are preparing the environment so that the communication or the CRM application can be start with certain programming languages, and the team size required to develop such software or certain CRM, such CRM would be, application would be 6 NOS. Thank you.